Thank you, Madam Chair. Ms. Hidalgo, the Small Business Act requires the SBA to compile an annual report on the government-wide bundling and its impact on small businesses. But what we're hearing is that the SBA has indicated that the report is either difficult to compile or is oftentimes incomplete due to the challenges in and around getting this information. A lot of times either the agency is just flat out declining to compile this information and provide it. So let me ask you this first: is this accurate? I mean, is this really happening? And if it is, what I'd like the committee to do, and I'm working on a bill to force them to actually compile this and provide it for SBA.
Thank you very much, Congressman. This is critical to ensuring that more contracts are set aside for small businesses. And I've asked the White House if we can make sure that we take an even more laser focus now that we issued the reforms on category management on contract bundling. And what would make a significant difference is if our PCRs and the OSDBU offices are on the front end of these contract actions rather than the back end. Otherwise, we're given 30 days notice on to contest any bundled contracts. However, if we're on the front end before any of the bundling takes place, we're going to be able to negotiate quite significantly much more opportunity for small businesses. And so I welcome to work with you and your team to ensure that we have more accountability around this and that we get more opportunity to the small business contractors.
So, Madam Chair, I would suggest, I mean, I think it's a laudable thing for the committee to work on and probably a pretty simple bill to just, once again, put a directive in place that all that information should be provided. Let me just switch quickly to, in my district, the 5th District in Wisconsin, DOD is in the middle of that implementation on the cybersecurity maturity model. And along with that, what I'm hearing from some of the DOD contractors or those that participate in that process, that what they're finding is that the compliance costs are so astronomical that especially those that are on the smaller end of the scale are almost throwing up their hands saying it's not worth it because it's such an abstract kind of program, and they're having a difficulty in not only participating in the program, but also, you know, kind of getting across the finish line saying, we've done everything we've been asked to do. So is this something you're aware of, and is it something that you're working on?
Yes, thank you very much, Congressman. This is so critical for our small business contractors. And the administrator has talked with the Deputy Secretary of Defense, and I talk regularly with the head of the Small Business Office to make sure that whatever is ultimately implemented is fair and supportive of our small businesses and the costs associated with this. So my understanding is DOD has been taking quite a strong look at ensuring that ultimately whatever is adopted does not unfairly hamper the businesses, and they're also getting additional resources to support them on these costs associated with these requirements.
So, Madam Chair, once again, I think it's another issue that this Small Business Committee could deal with, and if my office is getting a steady stream of these contacts, I'm sure there's other members of Congress that are getting the same thing. So I would hope it would be something that that we could take a look at related to small business. And I yield back.